Hi, how you doing? I'm Saeed Khan and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a productivity tool uh, an ex-president used to run an entire country, and you too can use this tool for yourself to make progress on your personal and work life. So our lifetime is literally taken away every second we are alive, right? And it's a guarantee it will come to an end sooner or later. With that thought, when I think about it, I get so angry and upset with myself when I reflect back on my previous days, months, and years, on the time that I've wasted, my precious time on useless, unimportant, and random things that didn't help me or others in any way. For example, watching excessive TV, movies, listening to music, surfing the internet for hours with no real purpose, socializing with friends, getting up to no good. And don't get me wrong, we need entertainment and leisure for our general well-being. We should try and fit that time for rest and play and all that, as we need to also appreciate and enjoy life as well, right? And not just work all our life. However, to make real progress in life, i.e. in our careers, business and professions, we need to determine and laser focus on what's most important for our future, our goals, our purpose, mission in life. In order to do the important stuff that will help us drive us more closer towards our goals and achieve success, we need to first obviously determine what's important, right? And this involves organizing, prioritizing all our work and then carrying out the works according to importance, urgency and priority. But a common productivity problem myself and many of us experience without realizing is that sometimes we mix up the most important tasks with urgent, non-urgent and non-important. And as a result, our typical day could end up as a day of average, minimal produced results that didn't really help us make much progress towards our main mission in life, right? So to help us organize, manage and prioritize our tasks in an effective and efficient manner, we can use an established and helpful work management principles, a strategy known as the Eisenhower Matrix, also called an urgent, important matrix. Okay, so based on the methods and teachings of Dwight D. Eisenhower, if I can pronounce it right, a former president of the United States, the Eisenhower Matrix can help us determine, distinguish and prioritize the important, urgent, non-urgent and non-important tasks. So how the Eisenhower Matrix works and how to use it. Let's briefly go through the basics of the Eisenhower Matrix. It's important to know what tasks can be regarded as urgent and what can be regarded as important, so that we can better categorize our tasks in the best possible way based on importance and urgency. So the Eisenhower so the Eisenhower Matrix is based on importance and urgency. Therefore, let's look at how we can distinguish our specific work between those two, right? So important tasks and activities are valuable activities that you need to do, make progress towards your life goals and visions. These could be personal and work-based tasks. For example, to complete your academic degree, to generate more sales and acquire more customers for your business. Urgent tasks and activities are those that you need to do urgently, including time-sensitive tasks. Urgent tasks could be important and or even non-important tasks. For example, if your phone breaks, you need to repair it urgently, right? Because you have no phone. If you receive a phone call from someone, it's down to you to decide if it's urgent to answer it or not, depending on who calls, right? It could be a sales call, or it could be from your wife. So if you can decide if it's important, urgent or not, okay? As you can see from the above example, that what's important and urgent tasks can only be determined by you, as you will need to make a decision on what a task should be categorized as based on your circumstances. But it's important to make sure that we try not to mix up the two, i.e. treat urgent, non-important tasks as important and urgent and vice versa, right? Otherwise, that's when our growth and progress could be affected. Because you could be busy doing, a lot of stuff on your daily basis, and then at the end of the day, you realize that you ain't really make much progress towards your main goals, right? So that's where the Eisenhower Matrix can come into play and help us better organize and prioritize our tasks from the important, urgent to all the way to non-important and non-urgent. So the Eisenhower Matrix consists of 4 sections, okay, known as 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is do first. These are important and urgent and even time-sensitive tasks that need to be done for your work or personal life, e.g., for example, complete and submit your university coursework. According to Cambridge Dictionary, important means of great value. So therefore, we need to be very strict on what we place in this quadrant, and it should be things of great value. In our context, the task should be the type of activities that will provide value in terms of work and actions towards our short-term and long-term goals and objectives. This quadrant should also include tasks that are urgent and important. Be very careful though what you put in this quadrant. And think that, is this task really urgent and important? If it is, then put it in there, right? If it's not, then you can keep on moving to the next quadrant and ask the same question until it's in one of the quadrants, which I'm going to go through the next 3 quadrants, okay? So the second quadrant is schedule. These are important but not urgent or immediate time-sensitive tasks that consist of the work that you need to be doing to achieve your important goals in your personal and work life. You can schedule in these tasks into your calendar and do them accordingly and routinely. For example, revise for a professional exam. Daily maybe, right? Leading up to the exam. This quadrant is great for tasks that is still important but not urgent and not time sensitive. Examples of these types could be routine habitual tasks, yes, such as reading, keeping fit, exercising, all of which are important for your personal development and improvement. Therefore, we should be utilizing this quadrant as much as we can, okay? So third quadrant is delegate. These are non-important but still urgent tasks that need doing as soon as possible, and tasks that do not necessarily require your input or involvement. Therefore, you can delegate them. For example, process refunds from customer returns. You don't need to do it yourself. If you have a business, you've got staff to do it, they can do it, right? This quadrant is very important because in this section you can potentially free up some of your own time by delegating to others, thus creating more time to focus on more important stuff like the other 2 quadrants above, right? 1 and 2 respectively. The fourth quadrant is don't do. These are not urgent and not important tasks that can easily be avoided and potential time-wasting activities. For example, catching up on the latest episode of a TV show, right? Like a box set, whatever, right? The good thing about the fourth quadrant is that it can save you huge amounts of time, energy, and resources, which you can allocate to other quadrants. So also pay good attention and effort on this quadrant, okay? So anything you put into this quadrant is also technically the easiest to do because you probably don't have to do these things. Hence the title of this box, Don't Do, okay? Here's a simple way to start applying the Eisenhower Matrix. So look at your daily, weekly, or monthly to-do task list, and if you have one, and then run them through the Eisenhower Matrix. Okay, starting from quadrant 1, check each task against the criteria of each quadrant and place it in the best possible quadrant according to your personal work life and goals and circumstances. So if you don't have a to-do list like me, instead work straight off a diary. Then any new task that arises or one you come up with, you can simply run it through the Eisenhower Matrix. Then based on which quadrant that you put this task in, it will either end up as an entry in your diary or even may not if it's in the fourth quadrant, for example. So let's say one of my goals is, let's just use a quick example. Let's say one of my goals is to grow my social media following, right? The one important but not urgent task I would do is increase content posting frequency from maybe 3 days a week to 7 days a week. And this task for me would come under the second quadrant, as I can schedule it in my diary to post 1 piece of content daily, which amounts to 7 pieces of content per week, right? So that's just an example of how, if I come up with a task, a goal, a short-term or long-term goal, I can run it straight through the Eisenhower Matrix, and then I can prioritize it, make sure which quadrant it falls under, and then I can put it straight in my diary, okay? So, as you can see, the Eisenhower Matrix is a very valuable resource we can use to organize our work based on importance and urgency. It's important that we identify, determine, and distinguish between all the 4 categories of tasks so that we can manage our time and tasks more effectively and efficiently. So by assigning each task into its most appropriate quadrant, you can prioritize, organize, and work on your task based on importance and urgency, thus making better progress every day towards your important goals. So coming from a former US President, Mr. Eisenhower, who run an entire country. The Eisenhower Matrix is definitely worth considering and trying out in our lives, and hopefully benefit from it. Okay, so you can learn more about the guidance on how to use the Eisenhower Matrix effectively. I'll put a link in the description below, and you can also download the free Eisenhower Matrix canvas PDF canvas that you can print out, and you can put your own task in there and work off that as well. Okay, so I'll put the links in the description below, and if you're reading it as a blog post, of course you can click on the links as well. So maximum respect and appreciate it. Thanks to Mr. Eisenhower and the website owner for providing information, the strategy and the resources which I'm going to link to. Okay, so that's it for now. Hope you get to use this, and maybe you are using it right now. And yeah, so it's a great strategy for prioritizing important urgent tasks. And yeah, so that's it. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and comment. And if you'd like more stuff like this, please visit saeed-khan.com/newsletter, and you can sign up for my free email newsletter where I share stuff about marketing, business, tech and personal development. Thanks a lot and all the best.